this is just such an important topic, and you just really have to learn to say no to other people. I know I had to learn, not the hard way, but it took me a while to learn. I mean, is there really a hard way to learn? It just took me a while because I didn't, you just honestly, again, it just falls back to self love. I didn't love myself. I didn't, I didn't know about self love. I didn't know about the importance of prioritizing me. Hopefully, this focuses on me because, no, it wasn't the last episode, but the one before the last episode, it wasn't even focused on me. It was fucking focused on the mic. Anywho, I feel like from there, it's like you just know, once you start loving yourself, it's like your soul just lights up and it takes over. You're being that spirit, not a human baby, because I believe we are a spirit experiencing this human life. It's all energy, when you really think about it like that. And you're just like, whoa, you know? It took me a while to love myself and to, learn to say no to other people because, okay, let's go back, baby. Back. When you're growing up as a child, who's the one that usually says no? Your parents. They tell you no. Don't do this. Don't do that. But you're not allowed to say no. You can't say no to chores. You can't say no to them. You just always have to obey. You have to say yes. Why? Because then they'll get mad or they'll get sad, you'll hurt their feelings or something like that. And that fixes your mind. And you grow up thinking, okay, well, I can't say no, especially to older people. It's kind of respect, you have to show respect. You just always have to say yes to older people specifically because they're older than you. It's just, they've just put it like that. We have to obey our elders and all that stuff. Most of them, it's like, don't do that because then I'm going to get mad. And what's going to happen? You're going to get punished. You're going to get screamed at. They're going to take away your, I don't know, some toys, put you in timeout. And you feel like, you then think like, oh, maybe they don't love me, you know? So I have to say yes in order for them to love me, in order for them to not punish me, to not be angry at me, to not be sad. So you grow up thinking, I can't be saying no to other people because they're not going to love me. And those people around you that you love or that you think they love you, just those people that you're surrounded by, you don't want to say no to them because you don't want them to punish you. You don't want them to push you away. You want to keep that peace. You want to keep that love, if that's what you think. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. So ask yourself if you love yourself first and then other people. So you don't want them to not love you. And then we grow up like this. We grow up by always saying yes, or most of the time, no, honestly, always saying yes for whatever reason it is. And we stay wanting to please people, because we have that, we have it in mind. Like, we can't say no and we have to just keep pleasing because I love them. You don't have to say yes all the time. Saying no does not mean you do not love them. And that's what I had to learn, honestly. At first, when I was like starting to say no, it's just, you just have a feeling like sometimes you just might not want to. Like, people are telling you to do something or do them a favor or whatever, but it's like you just don't want to do it. And I was like that. If I didn't want to do it, it's like, yo, like, you know, I didn't want to do it, but I had that guilt inside of me. You feel guilty. Like, fuck, maybe I'm being fucked up. Um, they're going to be mad at me. They're one big one that I would think would be, well, I should say yes because then what if I need help one day? What if I need their help back? Like, they will be there to help me or support me in any way. We don't want to disappoint them. We keep it in mind when people ask us for something. That's then us, like, our mind, just, it's fixing our mind. Our minds are like, put others first, put their feelings first. And when someone asks you for a favor, for support or something, obviously you want to say yes because you want to keep that peace. You want that love to be there. You're going to want the support back. You're thinking about their feelings immediately. If they ask you something, you're like, oh, well, maybe I should because then they're going to be mad. Or you're even thinking about their goals first before yours. Like, if I support them, it's going to help them grow. It's going to this and that, whatever it is. That's still putting yourself second, my peeps. I'm not saying don't ever support other people. Don't ever help other people. Don't ever say yes. Of course, you can say yes whenever you want. You can help out whoever you want. Show love, show support to whoever you want. But keep in mind, don't expect it back, especially from them. Because most of the time, you might not get that same support, help, whatever, from that same person that you are helping. But you will get it back one way or another. Don't expect that help, support, right after you give it. You need to watch out who it is that you're really saying yes to. Are they just taking advantage of you? Because those people that just know you're so kind, there's just those people that just can't say no. Hunty, like, where are you putting your time and energy into? Are you first getting your stuff done? I make sure I have all my stuff done for that day, and that I'm done complete, like I'm done for my daily goals or whatever it is that I was working on. I'm not going to interrupt my schedule for somebody else, for something else that just came out of the cuts, unless it's like really important and still has to do with like me, okay. But that time when like I didn't have goals set, I wasn't working on me or anything, whatever, I would just like go with the flow. I was just going with the flow. Somebody asked me something, I'll go, whatever. Once I started setting goals and just really like fixing a schedule for myself, I would stick to that schedule. And somebody would ask for a favor, for help or whatever, I was practicing saying no. I love to help people out and support people. But, nobody was supporting me, showing love to me, helping me out. So I was like, well, if nobody else is going to do it, like, I need to show myself love. I need to show myself support. Like, I need to be there for myself first. Before friends, before even fucking family, you need to put yourself first, prioritizing yourself. I would, I would help them out, support, whatever. And then I would look back at my schedule, look back at my things, and I'd be like, I'd feel bad. You feel bad because you're saying no at first. You feel bad for not helping them out, for not showing support or whatever. But then you feel even more bad for not getting your stuff done. I would feel horrible, dude. I'd be like, fuck, like, there I go. I invested my time into them, into their goals instead of my own. It was just like a mix of emotions, like a little anger, like sadness. Angry because I'm like, fuck, like, Liz, like, Hunty, this is why we're setting our schedule. We have to get our stuff done. We have to help ourselves first, and then go ahead and help anybody else if they need it. And then I feel like sad because it's like, fuck, like I wanted to get all this stuff done and I didn't even probably start it. That's one thing to think about. Okay, you're feeling bad for their feelings or whatever, but at the end of the day, it comes back to you. Like, then it's your feelings hurt. When somebody asks you for help, support, or whatever it is, ask yourself first. Don't think about their feelings. Don't think about how they're going to feel if you say no or yes or whatever. Think about you. If you say yes, how are you going to feel? You might make them happy, but you might be hurting yourself. You might be making yourself mad, yourself sad or whatever. Shit, by saying no, you might hurt them a little bit, but that's on them. They should still understand. And don't even think about that. Like, no, like, if it's making you happy, that's all that fucking matters. Because you should be taking care of yourself first, of your things, of your feelings.